along the way, but have kept all of their contests pretty competitive.
And Florida State will get the opening goal as they strike first, and that is exactly how they wanted to start. We talked earlier with Sarah Tisdale, their first-year head coach, and she said beginning this game in a major way will be key, and they get an early goal. That is Bryn Perkins who gets the
ACC is so, it's not underestimated. It really is just a testament to all of these programs that built them up the way they are.
And weaving through traffic, Brooke Long as she tried to get a shot off. Now another attempt and another Florida State goal, and it's a big start for the Seminoles. It's that Summer Harrell who has been on a tear. Tovich now back out to Maureen McNear. Pitt working it inside, a turning shot and a goal for the Panthers, and it's John Donato with her 35th of the year.
Almost feels like
Panthers have a win over Duke this season. That's their best win of the year as ball pops free to Molly Kane. You get the first all season, the Dukes, and so I think Pitt felt pretty good. They actually felt like they could have gotten a little bit more out of that. Emily Bossino told us before the game she felt like they could have won by more. There's a turning shot, and it's a goal. And it's Capabrace with it. Anna Capabrace with
that are just standing there waiting for the set to end, because you got to keep your feet loose. And wow, Florida State back on the board once again.
Alyssa Deasy cuts in and gets the goal. The Florida transfer finds the back of Malvern, PA. Walks it in, tucks, and misses the goal.
John Donato got a...
Brings it in, quick shot that time, but it's stopped. As Julia Ward with the denial in net.
And in that free position moment, it didn't even look like John Donato was ready. It looked like the whistle came a little too quick, and doesn't look like a crease slide is gonna defend Avery Moon coming in.
Moon with the goal as she ties it up. Patiently waiting, now she works it in, and she scores. And Florida State answers right back, and they go ahead once again.
Her last name is long. It made her wait a long time.
Now it's Moon. Moon with the hesitation, and she fires through traffic and scores.
That was a pretty goal, going top side. She likes that matchup.
In the goal, as the wind picks up, Harrell walks it in. That one caught the bar, maybe a piece of Kane's stick as well. I definitely could hear it ring off the pipe.
Approach to this defense for Pitt. Coach Tisdale did mention how much of a struggle, doesn't look it right now, this zone would be to go against.
Boy, they just keep answering with goals of their own, and that once again is Brooke Long. Over to Teletovic. Good to see her back out there after going off with an injury. Teletovic is going to try to take this all the way, and easy look there for Teletovic as she just ran. Harrell, the lefty, stopped by Kane, and Kane will scoop it up. Those are the plays. Florida State with it. Quick shot from up high, and it's going to go for Kate Christos, her third goal of the year. What a great sack for them this season. Got her defender to fall down, but did not take advantage. John Donato working inside, gets rid of the shot, and scores. Spectacular footwork by John Donato to find the opening and hit the back of the net.
You gotta take in
win number one in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
And implications for Pitt in this game are huge. You mentioned that there isn't much of a glimmer of hope for that ACC postseason berth, but you're still looking at the NCAA tournament, and if they lose this game, that is going to be a huge damper to those dreams.
Quick pass inside, quick shot, and a goal for Bruno. That was set up by Riley Ebersol, the sophomore who worked it up high a little. We've definitely seen at this end of the field in particular the wind impact passes. That last possession, there was another ball that kind of just floated away as turning inside and scoring again are the Panthers, and it's John Donato once more. And Pitt, which had just taken its first lead of the afternoon, now made.
Halftime will be a topic of combo.
And she scores, make her 5 of 6 on the year on the free positions. And Lydia Ward with her 14th goal of the year.
It was quite entertaining after games they've won and, of course, lost, but no, that is a special bond.
But you can definitely practice on each other, essentially, in the backyard growing up.
Maybe that's how it started.
And there is a turning shot and a goal to answer for Kappa Brace.
And that one, stick side high, as we're mentioning goalkeeping.
Close out your season and a 9-7 record, which would be one better than what they did a year ago. You'd also have 4 ACC wins, which would double your high mark for the program's history. And certainly a step in the right direction.
It would only elevate the case as well with, you know, that hopefully NCAA tournament berth is, once again, it's Avery Moon finding the back of the net.
Avery Moon with a big goal there to give Thick.
Even so, that'll be a distraction for the receiver of that pass.
Look at Sheridan battling, and then she just backhand scoops one out of harm's way.
The hard-fought team, have players been attracted to that? And she said, yes, you know, their 2027 class is built up with a 5-star recruit, a bunch of 4 stars as Clemens finds the back of the net. But a lot of special things happening on both sides of the field out here.
And no question about it, there's one of those young players for Pitt and Emily Clemens. And they have overturned the goal, it appears.
After further review, Florida State has successfully challenged. It is no goal. It goes down as a yellow card against the Panthers. Number 19.
A yellow card against Clemens as well.
Wow,
Here she is with it now. Ridden off, that's Sheridan. A pass inside, but unable to handle it was Ward. And now she knocks it away from Kane, and Pitt will just softly set it back at the feet. They'll say she really respects what Emily Boissonneau has done here. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Teletovic beats the clock right with 1 second to go. She finds the back of the net. A monster goal there for Pitt.
In this game in a quarter for them, so they have to bring that up, especially in the fourth quarter. Got to keep things clean.
You can probably hear in the mics outside as Pitt will get that goal with John Donato scoring again through some heavy wind gusts that time, which you could hear John Donato. That's Kappa Brace. McNearney thought about loading it up. Tucks, fires, and a good stop made there. 95. As Long will get a chance here, works it in, and she scores, and Florida State gets one back with 11:50 to play. They get it back to a 4-goal game.
Lots of speed. It's Camello with the penalty.
Ward with it, and she scores again. She is so good with those opportunities. Hit the back of the net earlier with a free position, and she does. Moon to McNearney. McNearney with it, the first ever commit to the University of Pittsburgh, and she scores a massive goal to get one back for the Panthers. She's in her 5th year, did not play last year due to an injury. And a goal for Pitt. They do it again. Quick strike there, player up, and it's 14-9. How about the response from Pitt?
Yeah, and it was wide open too. John Donato just.
The year after that, they were winless in the conference in 23 as Florida State answers with a goal here. They were also winless in the ACC in 24, but they've come back here with 2 wins last year in the conference and now closing in on 3, but they're gonna have to fend off Florida State here as they look to make a charge down the stretch as Meg Kenny will pitch out. Clemens, 8 seconds, had it knocked away, and to the outside it goes. McNearney gets to it 3 seconds ago, just launches one inside, and reaching out the stick to grab it there is Tobin.
Out to go over strategy, you would think you want to take out the remainder of the shot clock, but now you're giving Florida State another opportunity to put one on the goal.
So Florida State with Summer Harrell getting the goal after the steal, able to get it back to a 3-goal game.